Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we are taking NASCAR onto a go-kart circuit once again. This might be the toughest one yet. So immediately here I am presented with the exit of the pit lane being a bit clogged up, so maybe not the start we were necessarily looking for. Alright, so let's check out a lap here around this Atlanta karting circuit. I just got a black flag to kick things off, so we're automatically starting at the back here, but there's a lot of elevation changes here, a lot of very slow speed corners, but imagine 36 NASCAR Cup Series car barreling off into these first two corners here. It's going to be an absolute mess here. Now you can certainly see, I think we're going to be able to get the elbows out, got a little downhill chicane that you really got to haul the mail through. You're probably going to hear my wheel a lot in this video because you really got to work on that wheel, especially as you come through this section right here. Got a double left-hander, then you go back to the right, back to the left. We're headed uphill at this point here now, and I got to carry a lot more speed, as I can tell right there. Chase Elliott's able to go way quicker than I am, as I am Chase Elliott as well. Yellow flags up in front of us, not sure what, but then you come into this final hairpin, and it's, you know, it's a pretty straightforward circuit. It's not too complicated. We crossed the line, I think. Did we cross the line? I'm dead. Oh god, this is gonna be an interesting one. Let's just say that. Okay, so we're about to go green here. I'm gonna have control right now, literally, actually, as we are underway here from this Atlanta karting circuit, and 36 Cup Series cars about to barrel off here for 10 laps of this, what could be an absolute mess here of tight quarters action. I'm gonna be careful, be smart. You know, now maybe send one. I can't really send one there, actually, now, as I would be off the circuit completely. So 3 wide is not really going to be possible here unless we are really stupid and aggressive, and you know that's really my personality at times. So I'm sure that we are going to do it at some point here, but I think what we're going to really have to utilize here is a lot of the bump and run here now, as I'm going to try and send one up the inside of Cindric, bulldoze right on through him, get into the side of Kyle Larson while we're at it as well, come through the right-hander. So we gain a couple of positions there, and once again, just like practice there, got to remember, got to really carry momentum through the corner. Maybe a little bit too much momentum right there, getting a little bit airborne there, but we save it, we continue on. I'm going to try and get to the back of Logano. Really not very long laps here, so we might try out another car here as well against the NASCAR. I'm not 100% sure yet, but P24 currently now, and I'm going to send one right here up the inside of Joey and try and get myself past him. I basically just drove him out of road right there, but that's okay. That's the way Joey Logano races everybody else, isn't it? So we are going to gain another spot out of that, and then this chicane right here, you can basically full send it because you can cut, and they're really not going to be too harsh on the penalty there for you, so you can definitely get away with quite a bit. Double left-hander again, that's where we can seem to apparently make up a good chunk of time. Right here I lose a little bit again, just really struggling to carry the momentum through that corner, and then we can kind of have a little leeway to go a little bit wide right there, try and send one into the back of Kevin Harvick to move him out of the way. Maybe a bit aggressive on that one. It's an illegal pass, actually, so I gotta let him go. Throttle back up, and I cannot pass him until it gives me my track limit like penalty, which is weird. So I'm trying to be calculated here now, as I'm gonna run into Harvick and basically spin him out at this point and basically cause a major pile up here. So we're gonna try that attempt number 3. Let's see what happens here, as everyone seems to be a lot smoother on this start here. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be okay this time around, so now we can try and work our way forward, stomp on that brake pedal here down into turn 1, and we're gonna run out of a little bit of room. I'm gonna send it 3 wide. You know what, I said we shouldn't do it, but I'm gonna do it and see if I can get away with it here. I run both Logano and Larson wide. This is the kind of track, you know, when you're in a stock car here, which will never happen in the history of the world, you gotta get the elbows out. You gotta basically be a goblin. You gotta go goblin mode here if you want to be successful, and you guys know me, I call out goblins when I see them. Well, I'm gonna be the goblin here today. Make a pass on Cindric, maybe try and sneak one up the inside of Harvick, go around the outside through the chicane. Not quite able to make that one happen there. Try to get that speed building as much as possible here now, as we are going to have a really bad apex right there. That was pretty embarrassing actually now, but I'm gonna try my best to just be that goblin to work my way forward here. Get up on that throttle. Harvick gonna go defensive. You shouldn't have done that, because I'm gonna sail it into the side of you. Illegal pass. There you have it. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna just send him into Bowman here and see what we can make happen. Harvick here taking that defensive line again into the corner. Goodness gracious, Kevin, I'm coming through now, son. Thank you very much. Up at a P21. We're getting these elbows out. Oh man, that chicane, by the way, is a lot of fun there because you can just full sender right through that thing and really get away with it. All over the back now of Alex Bowman, and what I don't even know what kind of lap times they're running because there's so much happening that I don't even have like enough time to take a quick glance down. That's a track limit, so I got to be careful here with even thinking about going up to past that number 48. However, I wasn't close enough to begin with. There's some side-by-side action happening up there way in the distance now as we are trying to close in. I'm going to send one right here. They leave that inside open. You got to take it, and then you just kind of got to run them out of room a little bit, make them back out of it, kind of F1 style. You go up the inside, you kind of force them wide a little bit to where they either go into the grass and crash or they back out of it and give you the position. Now is, oh good heavens, that was nearly a bit of a taste of my own medicine of wrecking myself. Bowman's gonna send one up the inside now. I'm not gonna be the one that backs out on the outside though. If he's gonna go through, he's gonna have to wreck me, and I'm gonna once again make him back out of it here. Up at a P16. I mean, we're making up good positions here. However, we are running out of time quick, and I just made a massive slip right there. And we continue on though into this final hairpin, get hard on those brakes and continue to try and run down Denny Hamlin. Cars are in the pit lane, not quite sure what that is potentially about, but Kyle Busch going to exit the pits, and I'm going to just say don't mind me if I'm just going to bulldoze my way right on through you and take that position. I think that was actually for position. This is the kind of racetrack right here that if you don't want to go to the gym in real life, just come on to R Factor 2 on a steering wheel and drive this track. You'll get one heck of an arm workout. You know, maybe not so much on your legs, but you know, you'll have some buff arms in the long run, but you will have very weak legs, that's for sure. Now as we continue to try and reel in that number 11 of Hamlin, Keselowski in the pit lane as well, as we close in a little bit more. I'm gonna send one. Oh. All right, I'll take it. All right, we continue on. Sorry, Christopher Bell. How was that a legal pass, by the way? You guys were calling me for an illegal pass earlier, and that's not an illegal pass? Are you serious? I mean, I'll take it because we just robbed them of position. However, that was very Mickey, if you ask me, as we try to reel in at number 19 of Martin Truex Jr. through the double left-hander. My wrist is not enjoying cranking that wheel all the way around to the other side there on the left just to get that thing to hook around that double left-hander. But we are starting to kind of, you know, get into a rhythm here. It's actually a fun circuit. If we took a go-kart around here, I think we'd have quite a bit of fun. Just a few laps to go. I'm continuing to try and work in on closing up on Martin Truex Jr. I think he's going to leave the door open right here for a nice little punt right there. Now I'm going to try and turn him, but I'm going to do that right there. Slow him down a little bit, and then we're going to actually take that position there. That's into the top 10 we go. I don't know if we're going to be able to run down anybody else. It's the number 2 of Cindric, one of the Cindrics up there that we could try our best to close in on, but it's definitely going to be difficult here back into that double left-hander. But let's see if we can focus in and just try and close in on that number 2 car. This track, it really is a lot of fun. This is the corner I've been struggling with right here the most, this series of corners, and then once I get through here I'm okay, but there's definitely a couple of right-handers there that I've been struggling with just getting to perfection. But other than that, very fun race circuit. I made a mistake. We might lose our top 10. Truex, I'm here. Don't mind me. Oh my goodness, that was close, and I'm hanging on for dear life. Tires are wearing, grip is falling. I'm going to rough up that 19 again. We've been just getting the elbows out. Thank goodness you can't get beat up in this game, because I'm pretty confident half the grid would be looking for me, and it'd be a pretty painful experience after this race. Final lap here in this Atlanta Kart circuit, and let's just see if we can bring it home in P10, and then we're going to do a quick like 3 or 4 lap dash with a blend of go-karts and NASCAR cars, NASCAR Cup Series cars at the same circuit, and see which one comes out on top. Cut through that chicane very nicely, slicing, dicing, and now we come through towards the tricky part of the circuit through the double left-hander for one final time. Down through the right-hander, we head back up the elevation here. This is the corner right here. This series of corners have been struggling so hard. You got to go a little bit wide, not too wide, maybe not too spinny either. Now I'm going to try and be smart about this. I was not smart enough. I'm all the way in the barrier, and that is going to rob us of a top 10 and maybe of everything here. I might be stuck. Now we're going to get it back rolling, and And hold on, yeah, it's P21. That is unfortunate. The very last lap. I didn't even need to take a risk on that last lap. And yet here I am spinning the car out. We're going to bring it home. P21. And let's just absolutely send it and see if anything happens. All right, we're doing a 4-lap sprint go-karts versus NASCAR at a go-kart circuit here in Atlanta. And I have chosen the go-kart route because I think I'm going to be able to whip this thing around the circuit way better than these NASCAR cars. While they're going to have a little bit more top-end speed and, you know, a little bit dangerous here. These go-karts, by the way, are very, very quiet. But look at this. Look at this. There's a go-kart turned around, and I am going to plow into it. There's Marcus Ambrose up there. Oh, God, that is a little bit dank. This thing, it doesn't quite have the same get up and go that the stock car has, so there's another negative right there. It has a lot more slip and slide to it, as you can see right here, but I'm going to be flying through the chicane. But here we go. We're topping out already, and there goes Alex Bowman saying, see you later. And then I can brake, though, a lot better than the Cup car. Look at that pass right there on Alex Bowman. We're moving through this field here, and now we're going to try and run down Austin Cindric. Oh, my God, this is actually insane trying to drive this thing. We have crashes. It's all of the go-karts are crashing. So what does that tell us so far? I'm going to send one on Cindric. What a move that was. At a P18 we go. This is absolutely insane to drive this car because it is so on edge. And speaking of on edge, I just died a horrific death, and I continue on somehow up into P16. So up in the elevation, this thing is unbelievably slow, but everywhere else, this thing is an absolute just beast of a machine right here. Oh, 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 nice job, dingus. Come on, now let's get it going. I'm getting pushed by a stock car. Who's trying to commit murder? Who is this? It's the number 28 of Ernie Irvin trying to kill me. Chase Elliott says, I want to go running this guy over too. So here's the dangers of doing the go-kart against stock cars is we get run over. Oh my goodness. Now we were so close to the final lap, and then sure enough, the full-blown chaos picks up right there, and we have more yellow flags. Not sure if it's ahead of us or what, but oh my God, we're flying in. There is a major accident up here actually. Now I'm going to be a part of it, and I'm going to slice to the inside and continue on my way. Go 3 wide through the grass. A pass in the grass, not going to quite happen. White flag in the air. Let's just full beans send it on this final lap here and see what we can make happen here. We can roll through the center of a corner so much better than the Cup car until that moment right there, and then it just crawls up the elevation. But now here we go, trying to close in on Elliott through this final chicane we go, and we're just going to stay through full throttle the best we can. Up to 85, 86 miles per hour is kind of where you're seeing it top out there, and then once again we are able to just absolutely move through this section compared to a stock car as expected. And now up through the elevation again. I actually lose time. I'm dead. It's just been an absolute disaster. So in the war of go-karts versus stock cars on a go-kart circuit, I believe that NASCAR is going to be the winner of the battle this time. Now the volume is unbelievably loud, but we look at it, a go-kart actually won. A go-kart won, and a bunch of stock cars in between them, and the next one in ninth. So maybe go-karts, possibly the way to go actually here, which is not what we expected. As always, if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. An absolute mess right there, but that is going to wrap it up for us, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.